Welcome to hashtag All Podcast Matter presents
Just a regular ass movie review.
Detective Pikachu,
Yeah,
starring Vic's favorite actor, Ryan Reynolds.
it's my guy. My favorite kind of problematic I do white people shit.
I mean, he doesn't do it anymore.
I mean, he does it. Alyssa Milano says women should go on a sex strike until they get what they want because sex is a commodity. You gotta sell that shit. Alyssa Milano, America's #1 white feminist, right there, baby. Woo! Woo!
I'm gonna go watch my Who's the Boss VHS tapes after this.
I'm gonna watch that one movie. Was it Double Dragon she was in?
Yeah, she is in Double Dragon, I believe.
She has.
I've never seen it.
You never seen Double Dragon?
I've never seen Double Dragon.
The greatest video game adaptation ever.
You mean aside from Detective Pikachu?
Aside from Detective Pikachu, which is hands down the best video game adaptation. No, my bad. Resident Evil 2.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean you can have an opinion. We talked about this a few weeks ago. You can have
it. This movie is the best reviewed video game movie.
That's cool because people suck Ryan Reynolds' dick all the damn time.
Wow, and you love him.
I love him, but you know what I think about this movie, and you think the same thing about this movie.
That it's a Deadpool for babies.
They said they have enough rated R outtake. They have enough bad outtakes for this movie to be rated R.
Holy fuck, I believe it. I believe it.
And I can't wait for that cut.
I mean, they should have they might as well have just done that. I know they can't, but.
I mean, they can't, but they should have. Detective Pikachu, let's do this.
All right, cold open with murder. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. We get they open on Raccoon City of the Pokemon world, and they got Mewtwo up in the cage, and he was like, "They're leaving," and
it looks like a Saiyan space pod, which is cool.
Mm-hmm, it does. They seen every movie and every cartoon before they made the movie, and then Mewtwo goes after a car, and then he throws a landmine, and the car does a backflip off a bridge. And there's an explosion there.
Not quite fiery, but there's an explosion.
Mm-hmm. They call
Then we cut to a rural area, and I think we see some Pidgeys flying, and this kind of lets you know like the tone of the film and what we're going to be looking at for the next hour and 45 minutes.
And so, like the first 5 minutes is an established shot of nigga. This is a Pokemon. This is a movie, a live action CGI Pokemon movie. And if that sounds dumb, it is.
I liked what you told me after when you called me after you immediately saw this film. You know, remember, Keen, the trailer looked good, but imagine them stretching out that trailer for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I didn't think of that.
Like, this movie's dumb as fuck, bro. And it's all CGI. But anyway, so we get a field, and then we get my second favorite Indian actor, Raj Patash. I don't know if that's his real name. The dude from Harold and Kumar. He's number one.
But the movie does tell us like, hey, there's not that many white guys in this movie. Look, right?
Yeah,
there's not that many white guys.
Yeah. And then we get our favorite biracial actor. Is he?
Probably.
White and black actor.
I mean, he's pretty yellow.
Nah. He's the OG original, Ronald Glover. We know his real name, but we said Ronald Glover in Jurassic Park, and that shit sticks, baby.
Justice Smith. There we go.
Justice Smith. That's a gangster ass name too.
That's a pretty good name.
Yeah, that's a strong name.
I'm not gonna lie.
But Ronald Glover is so much better. And we see he has a uneasy relationship with Pikachu that we're going to learn about later. I mean, not Pikachu, Pokemon that we're going to learn about later. But he's going to go catch a T-bone, bone.
A Cubone. His friend tells him that he's a desperate loser, and everybody in the world has a companion Pokemon, at least one, and he doesn't have one, and he feels bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like not being a pet person, and it's pretty much the same. Maybe people don't like fucking pets.
Yeah, I feel like he should let him live his life and stop trying to force things on him.
Yeah, like they really like jacking the fucking Pokemon off. Like, I mean, you've got to feed these motherfuckers, bro.
I mean, I don't know how much a Pokeball costs, but it looked expensive.
Yeah, that shit, it's expensive. Oh no, really, all you got to do is spend something at a Pokestop, and you get like 5 of them.
No, that Pokeball looked pricey. Did you see it?
No, it was just CGI. Everything looks more expensive in CGI.
It probably connects to Wi-Fi. You got to check the temperature in there constantly. It's a lot of work.
It's like Dave Chappelle taught us: everything looked good in slow motion. Everything looks expensive in CGI. Like adamantium. Adamantium's 50 cents a gallon, bro.
I mean, in Middle America.
Yeah. So Ronald Glover tries to catch a Cubone, and the Pokeball didn't go green, and it comes out and then beats him mercifully. I also wouldn't want a Pokemon because it's like having rabid pit bulls the whole time. These motherfuckers really kill people.
Well, after they pledge their loyalty to you, they no longer try to kill you as long as you maintain dominance over them.
Yeah, but how you dominate something that can just easily kill you, bro?
I mean, it's like having a dog.
Yeah, it was just not at all.
Except that the dog or cat literally has the power to burn you alive.
Yeah, it has a power over one of the elements, earth and fire. Only elements that count. These motherfuckers, electric, poison. There's ghost fucking Pokemon. There's fucking Pokemon that breed ghosts, my nigga. They breed ghosts.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
It means best if you don't think about it. Like, I don't know where those ghosts come from. Are they ghosts of people?
Bro, like, they're breeding they're born into ghostdom.
Yeah, they are.
Born vampires and shit like that. They're fucking rock monsters. There is a fucking thing that goes from a fucking fish to a fucking Leviathan, bro. They have Leviathan in this bitch, bro. And Gyarados, I've never seen a nice Gyarados, bro.
I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily mean.
They're born mean. They're real. They're what white people think pit bulls are.
So after he fails to catch a Cubone, we get a little bit of exposition and character development for Ronald Glover and his friend.
Well, no, he's not in the movie at all. So just say character. Let's say in his friend, just Ronald Glover.
No. Yeah, Ronald Glover and other guy. That's not his friend, you're right, because he exits the movie permanently right after this.
He's like, they're like building up that Ronald Glover is a fucking loser, bro, because he has a job. This nigga has a job. And he has a good job, and he's getting promotion in an insurance company, which is stable as fuck, in white bread mountain town, USA.
Yeah, and his friend tells him that he's basically garbage.
Bro, he's garbage for not wanting to leave his hometown. And he's like, nigga, my grandma's here, bro. I'm all she got. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, actually, I'm 21, and I have a stable job, man. I'm getting a promotion. I think that's pretty great.
Exactly. Maybe I really just don't like fucking Pokemon. In the world where Pokemon, like, I really have to like Pokemon, bro. Like, I don't like the Kardashians either. Does that make me a bad person? No, it doesn't. Anyway.
Then Tim, his name.
The nigga name is Ronald Glover.
he gets cell phone reception again on his phone and realizes that he has 5 voicemails from the Rhyme City Police Department. In the Pokemon world, there's only one means of travel, which is train. Yeah. I guess he's in Middle America, and that's the cheapest way to go.
True. No, trains are fucking expensive. And so he gets bad news because we saw a fiery crash, and so yeah. So,
he's like, it's your estranged father. He was in a horrible car accident. Come to Rhyme City to see what's going on.
But you got to collect his effects because he has no other next of kin. You don't have any aunties, nigga.
None.
All his parents are dead. Matter of fact, he has no family because you, at the tender age of 21, have to go take care of them. But yet you didn't want to live with your father because you're his only family.
The first 20 minutes of this movie is actually really sad.
Yeah.
Really sad.
They split it up though. And so he gets to Rhyme City and he sees.
Wait, on the train ride, they give us a lot of exposition about what Rhyme City is and how it's a magical place. Pokemon and humans live together in racial harmony.
He's like, there's no masters here. There's no slave either.
Pokemon are equals, and they have rights, and they have unions.
You're just gonna walk over my Last Dragon reference, bro?
Yeah, right. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, you didn't because you're not a real Last Dragon fan, bro.
I mean, I saw it perform live.
Yeah, just saying.
I mean, have you considered the time travel?
Anyway, wow. And so they say Rhyme City is a magical place where Pokemons live in harmony, and rap battles happen all the time because it is called Rhyme City.
Yeah, they have like underground battles are happening all the time. Like Jay-Z and DMX are in there.
Mm-hmm. It's where the stars come out of retirement just to battle to get back to their roots.
Mm-hmm. There's like Nori's on the street corner.
Yeah. And so he gets to the office. Oh, then they give him more expedition while he's walking to Tokyo PD. I don't know why I'm in Tokyo, but we're in Tokyo. and the lead detective is Asian. All right, fine. I'm in Tokyo.
It's Ken Watanabe. They paid for actors to be in this movie.
Bro, real niggas, bro. The real actors. Like, all they needed was Bryan Cranston, and this would be the most underacted movie ever.
Hey, look, you're not going to have to do any acting, and you're going to be in this movie for stupid babies.
Bro.
$10 million.
Like, they got names just to give a baby movie.
I'm like, why? Why'd you do this?
And a nostalgia movie for us, I guess.
Yeah. I'm like,
no one ever played.
This is kind of uncalled for, but okay.
This is a Pokemon game that doesn't have Pokemon fighting, my nigga.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, still the best video game adaptation.
It is.
And anime adaptation.
I'll allow it. It is.
And so he gets in the office and he sees Ken Watanabe. He was like, yeah, your father, he was that nigga, bruh. That nigga. Also, if you're anything like him, he's no, I'm not, because I've seen this commercial 50 times.
First of all, I hate my dad because he had a job.
Nigga had a job.
And he loved Pokemon, and I hate Pokemon because I'm contrarian.
Mm-hmm. I just want to be weird because there's a tragic backstory we're going to get to 40 minutes in the movie. But yeah, anyway.
Honestly, when that tragic montage was happening, I kind of wasn't paying attention. I just heard tragic, tragedy. And it was sepia tone, and there was sad music playing.
Yep. Also, Ken Watanabe has a pink pit bull right next to him that wasn't in the commercials.
No, it wasn't. I'm like, oh, that's a little surprise. That's cool. I'm glad the movie kept to kind of like the OG Pokemon. Like when the movie came out around that time, I don't know how many Pokemon there are now, but there's like 800 now. But the movie kept mostly to the original 151.
Yeah, that I can name all: Charizard, Deltoid, Ditto, Fairy, Jigglypuff. All right.
So Ken gives him the keys to his dad's apartment so he can go collect his belongings. When he gets to the apartment, he sees like a Psyduck who is kind of waiting ominously by the mailbox. Psyducks are cool.
Psyducks are fucking trash.
Why?
Because they're fucking trash, bro.
I mean, he's pretty useful in the movie. He's a psychic duck.
Anyway, so check this out, right? Our first introduction to Psyduck was
the TV series.
Yeah, and it was whose Pokemon?
I don't know.
Wow, this nigga really had the nerve to come at me about knowing about a Sandshrew, and he didn't know that our first introduction was Misty Psyduck, who was trash for like 5 seasons, bro. So anyway, that's why it's like fuck Psyduck. Anyway,
you think Misty? That's another. Why is Misty trash? You know what? Don't even answer that.
I didn't say Misty was trash. I said Misty Psyduck was trash for like 5 seasons, bro.
No, he came up later though.
Yeah, he came up later, but I said our first introduction of Pokemon, of the Psyduck Pokemon, was fucking Misty Psyduck, who was trash for like 5 seasons, bro.
Bro, no, they fucking implied that you had to let him cook. I mean, some stories have to cook, man. It's a slow burn. Psyduck's arc in Pokemon was like The Wire.
No, don't try and make that a thing. Anyway, so we see a Psyduck, and he's lurking around corners because even though nothing bad happens in these cities, it's hint that there's Pokemon prostitution going on.
There's a whole lot of seedy dark alleys.
Yeah, bro. Like
they're like, no. Hey, don't worry about it.
Like saxophone.
Hey, don't worry about it. This is a kids movie, but there's a whole lot of dark alleys.
Yeah, like it's like if you think about Pokemon, period. If you really think that we train these motherfuckers to fight, like brutally fight each other,
until they're unconscious or dead, for our personal amusement.
Just for fucking badges, bro. That ain't even fucking 24 karat gold, my nigga.
They're literally worthless. They're just like embossed or threaded.
Mm-hmm. So this is a city where murders actually go on, right? Where niggas use Pokemon for murder, right? But they let their kids jump off the porch at 11 to go travel the countryside by themselves.
Yeah.
Catching wild animals that sometimes fucking attack people, bro.
It's Pokemon trainers live a harsh life.
It's like this, bro. If a Pokemon actually hurt a child, no one's getting a militia to go out and hunt that Pokemon because it's a bad Pokemon. It's like, you shouldn't have fucked with that Pokemon, dude.
No, they're just like, well, you're in the streets. That's your life.
There was a gang of Squirtles running around with sunglasses on, my nigga.
Hey, I'm glad you noticed that too. There's like a little shout out to the Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they were they turned their life around together. They went to one of those inmate camps where they learn how to firefight, and now they're firefighters.
Oh, they need to make a movie about that.
Oh yeah, Spartan the Rock.
Oh, of course. Oh,
like that. Oh yeah, I just made that.
You read my mind.
I made that.
I'll still choose them over you.
So he gets in there, and then we see reporter chick. Did she have a name in this movie?
Yeah.
I'm not asking for it. I just want to ask. She comes in and she starts jamming up like
her name is Lucy.
So Lucy comes in and starts jamming nigga up like old timey reporter. Yeah, see, we're looking for your father. See,
yeah,
see,
she is a Dick Tracy villain for some reason. Only in this scene.
Yeah, because they must have read that scene back and was like, "Hey, I'm too tired and too lazy to reshoot this shit because this shit's dumb as fuck. Just don't talk like that. Just talk like a normal person for the rest of the movie. Let's see how that works."
Like, wait, regular acting? All right, that sounds fine. So she's an intern for like
CMN or C. It was CNM.
That's really hard to say. I just wrote GNN in my notes.
Yeah, it was GNN. And your favorite.
But kudos to them for using a fake news network. Everybody knows how I feel about that at this point. Good job. This movie had no guest appearances with Anderson Cooper, and I appreciated that.
I could have did a Wolf Blitzer, bro. As long as he on their network, I can do real news people.
I mean, conversely, to be contrarian a little bit, I really fucked with when Wolf Blitzer was in Mission Impossible.
Yeah. It was that shit, bro. It really was. Because if Wolf say the world destroyed, nigga, I got to sit down. I'm like, God damn.
Oh, I mean, if Wolf said it.
This is the whole world, my nigga. The whole world? I mean, Wolf said it, though. Wolf don't take... Nigga name is Wolf, bro.
It is a good name.
Yeah, strong name. Like Justice Smith. The only name that's ever been better is Ronald Glover.
Ronald gets up to his dad's apartment, and this is the part where I think he has some more side flashbacks because he picks up a framed picture and looks at it sadly.
They should have let Disney do this because there would have been a song coming at this one.
I thought there were going to be some songs at one point.
I miss my dad. Maybe I shouldn't have been a dick to him.
So he remembers when he was 12 and his mom passed and how his dad left to have a job so he could provide for his family.
Yeah, right.
But he decides to live with his grandma, kind of for no reason. Maybe to be rebellious.
And maybe he's just mad at his dad. Maybe he's having some angst, but also like he was 11 and you don't get that choice. Like, yeah, that's white parenting. I was like, no, nigga, get your little ass on the bus before I come beat your ass. How about that? How about I drive 4 hours and that'll really let the whooping cook that I'm about to give you, nigga.
Yeah, you're living in Rhyme City and that's it.
Exactly. This is my son, Black Panther. I couldn't even get that out. All right. And so now the movie starts because we see some scampering going around. And a whole cop's apartment, there's no pistols. There's only a stapler.
Oh, I can think in Rhyme City, guns don't exist.
Nah, then they got a tool. Because, I mean, Pokemon might be, there might be different. There's no Pokemon that are immune to bullet type except for the rock type, nigga.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got to carry a heavy pistol.
Yeah.
Like an Alaskan Ranger.
Mm-hmm. You got to shoot them Onyxes with fucking elephant guns.
Yeah, that's true.
Or them bullets that killed Luke Cage. Anyway. And so we get the scene that...
R.I.P. That's it. Jeez. I'm a little sad. I think this is the part where he opens a purple vial and purple smoke goes everywhere.
Yeah, that purple stuff. So he opens a vial of air weaponized lean, and so everybody like the fucking what were the monkeys called? Those aren't original 5, are they? 150?
No, I didn't recognize those at all. I've never seen those monkeys before.
They're cute apes with hands on their tails that they use to jerk their shit, bro.
Bro, they had real teeth though. That looked horrifying.
Yeah. And so they get some of that purple lean and they break it. No, wait, no. They don't. He lets the lean out the window and then fucking Pikachu comes in.
Pikachu introduced Ryan Reynolds, and he has a lot of witty banter. So we know, like, hey, just so you know, this is Deadpool for babies.
Hey, no, niggas, this movie really made for nerds like this, bro. Nostalgia. Hey, you guys remember this? Yeah.
So yeah, they don't really become fast friends. They kind of dislike each other. One of the monkeys comes in the window. Pikachu is like, you know what? I don't really know you, but I think I'll try to help you.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, we know Pikachu's motive towards the end, but yeah. So the monkeys start coming in, and they trying to monkey stop these motherfuckers. They were gonna murder those guys. They were gonna get murdered by monkeys.
They really were.
And so we have a wacky chase scene on the rooftops. Ronald Glover loses his pants and jumps down a trash chute in the good old times, and the gasoline wears off, and the monkeys are cool. And so then they go back in the apartment. Oh no! Wait, we get the scene of "Can you guys understand him?" Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then they kind of wander through the streets, and he is horrified that he can understand animals or Pokemon or one particular Pokemon. Kind of
checked by some cute little monkey Pokemon too. So he's not having a good day, and his dad just died, and he found out he might have been a dick to his dad.
Yeah, that is kind of a bad day because oh yeah, that's right. He found the birthday card that his dad was about to send him with the invitation to come stay with him.
He's like, yeah, I know you like have no reason not to like me, but try. Just give me a chance, my nigga. I mean, really, come on. The fuck? I don't know why you're mad at me, bro.
Dear son, let's try to work it out. I know you're light skinned. Give me a chance.
Oh, he was light skinned. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah. All right. And so he was like, so Pikachu sells him on, hey, look here, your dad is alive. I can feel it in my jellies. And let's go look for him. And Ronald Glover's like, I got shit else to do because I just got a promotion. I guess I'm on bereavement, so we got to wrap it up before.
I mean, I got to get back to my insurance job in about 2 weeks, so I guess I have time for a wacky adventure.
And I guess he never takes any vacation because even though Dopinder was his friend, they seem like he was moving, so he never goes on vacation. He works all the time.
Yeah, he works all the time because he has no friends.
Except for Dopinder.
Did he have a lineup in this movie? I didn't really look.
No, he had he's Ronald's kind of. He had that Ronald like half Jufro thing rocking out, bro.
It was just like I don't know. Well, he didn't. I think there wasn't a black barber on set.
Yeah, or a black Pokemon barber. What's the black Pokemon?
I don't know. There is one.
Yeah, we're gonna find that out. I'll ask that in that black group on Facebook.
Yeah, so over coffee they bond and decide to have a wacky adventure together.
Mm-hmm. They was like, hey, there's like an hour left of this movie. You feel like doing something? He's like, yeah, let's do it. Hour left and $100 million in the budget.
Well, this movie had all the money, so they go back to the apartment, and they decide to put this mystery together.
Yeah.
Pikachu does my favorite thing of solving mysteries, my favorite cliche of like scattering papers all over the room and having yarn and pins everywhere. That's my favorite. That's my jam.
Also, Ronald Glover mentions like, no, this looks like something a serial killer would do. Same thing, serial killer, world class detective, same brain patterns, baby.
Mm-hmm. TV and film has shown us many a time that there's a fine line betwixt the two.
Yeah. So he gets a clue about the R vial or some shit like that, and he sees the doctor, and they was like, well, we need a third person in this movie. So I remember the cutish white chick that was talking like a jackass earlier in the movie. Let's go talk to her.
Yeah, she works at GNN. And this other guy who owns GNN, GNN is 13 letters away from R, which is on the value.
Mars candy bars.
Right. Rakim had an album called The 13th Letter that came out in 1946, and GNN. Let's go.
Yeah. So they slide over to GNN headquarters, and we get just as they were wrapping up a promo for the super parade that's happening to celebrate 100 years of Pokemon Centennial. I don't know what the fuck they're having a parade for.
And I wrote in my notes that, oh shit, there's a Bill Nighy type in this movie.
Yeah.
And then in the end credits, I'm like, oh wow, that actually is Bill Nighy, because I have no idea what it looks like.
When I saw Bill Nighy, I don't know him at all, but I know him at all. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, that nigga's the villain. I don't care what he says. This nigga's the villain. He only plays villain.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, is this Underworld? I hope I'm not watching Underworld.
Yeah. And so then we see that his Ditto can turn into people, which they can't do. But we see that, and that was the movie. Anyway.
Dittos are horrifying.
The nigga, especially when he took the glasses off.
Dear God. I'm like, this movie is still rated PG?
Bro, that was like when Christopher Lloyd took the glasses off in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
So this is when they run afoul of the intern. I've already forgotten her name. Lucy, that's what it is. Yeah, so Lucy is like, okay, come back to my office.
Nigga, you stop using that word. You're using it wrong.
What?
They just ran into her. Run afoul means to do something bad.
I just say it's fun to use, Vic.
Yeah, but use it right. Anyway.
So Lucy is like, you know what? I'm going to be a character in this movie. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give you another location to go to because this is how detective films work.
Yeah. So maybe you should go to this underground breakdance battle. And look here. If you see Lil Saint, tell him, hey, man, don't run that pack. Don't run that pack. And if you see G Baby, hey, man, stay inside that day. Stay inside. All
right. So they go to the docks and they find a Mr. Mime.
Mm-hmm. And he realized that Mr. Mime must have been his dad's informant. Something about his dad was working the case about the R2.
And this scene gets pretty dark as well. Things really aren't okay in Rhyme City.
Yeah. So Mr. Mime character is, so they're at a seedy docks, right? Again, there's no kind of sex crimes or violent crimes that happen in Rhyme City, but they're hinting towards it really, really hard.
They do, because Tim, basically Denzel in American Gangster, is Mr. Mime.
Oh, so remember, Mr. Mime's whatever he mimes is happens. So this shit got real scary. And so they're trying to do the big get back up. They do the scene from the commercial, and then the scene gets dark. He's like, oh, this is Mr. Mime. Oh, I know how to get him to talk. I'm going to fake like I'm going to burn him fucking alive. So he starts fake pouring gasoline on him, and Mr. Mime is fucking horrified, bro. And then he was trying to light a fake match, and Mr. Mime's blowing it out cool. But then this nigga makes a gasoline trail, bro. And Mr. Mime like fucking shits himself. They bleep that part out. And so he gives up the ghost about the underground battles. My bad. I jumped ahead because of this movie.
No, that's fine. But he accidentally drops the match and they cut away.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Mime got burnt alive fakely. It was the flames that got Ricky Bobby that one time.
Yeah, he's dead. Mm-hmm. So they go to an underground Pokemon fighting league, which is, as we said earlier, essentially like fighting animals, which it is.
And then because there's not enough Pokemons in there, we got this dude that's DJing with like some frog Pokemon that do dubstep.
Yeah, I've never seen those Pokemon before. But there's a Gengar fighting a Blastoise.
Yeah. I
feel like people would get really hurt being that close to them.
Bro, like, they were just regular aluminum ass fences that was keeping people away while motherfuckers were really like letting out poison attack.
Yeah, there's poisonous clouds and like pressurized water and fire and such.
Yeah.
You'd be horribly maimed.
Bro. from a fucking thing that has cannons on his back. Anyway, and so Pikachu. The only reason why they can tell Pikachu apart because this niggas wears a detective hat, which is hey, the video.
Well, there aren't that many other Pikachus in the film, but a CD character recognizes this detective Pikachu, and then Pikachu and Tim run afoul of this boss character. Huh?
Yeah.
I use it in proper context.
Not technically, no, because they ran up on the dude ran up on them anyway. But you that was better. That was better.
All right.
Actually, Pikachu in the movie that we didn't see where he fucked up Charmeleon. Was that Charmeleon? Charizard. Now Pikachu ran afoul of him when he scratched up his fucking face. See
yeah, I would have liked to see that.
Yes. Because I know Pikachu got hands, but versus a fucking Charizard, and this is the first. Yeah, that Pikachu is a fucking beast. That might be Ash's Pikachu, bro.
Could be.
Yeah, because I ain't ever seen a Pikachu like. Remember, that Pikachu didn't want to evolve. He was like, nah, nigga, I'm cute and cuddly, but I'm also a fucking gangster, and I've evolved to this opposable thumb where I can cock back the hammer and blast a nigga's face off. Anyway, so
Pikachu is pretty confident he can take this Charizard because he's done it before. However, he has amnesia, which is convenient for the plot.
Yeah. I mean, not really amnesia. He has Mewtwo. Anyway, spoiler alert. And so they want to get the CD character who's Arab looking, so, stereotypes, who owns an underground club, would do underground shit. He gives this Pokemon some of that red balls, baby, and gave his Charizard wings. He gives him some of the purple lean, and he gets all amped up, and then Pikachu forgets how to electrifies.
Now, Ronald Glover, tries to kind of Pokemon train Pikachu through the battle, and he's like, wait a minute, how'd you learn how to Pokemon battle or Pokemon train? Which is a thread that they never pick up in the film ever again.
Yeah, they did when they did the Super flashback. So we get a lot of run around and some CD character that in Pink Love sees that Ronald Glover's there, and then she was like, the Pikachu's here, and so Charizard starts going off, and then the DJ the evil the club owner accidentally falls, and he breaks all the lean in his pocket, and so everybody starts going crazy in that shit.
Did you think the character design of this movie was good?
I mean, it's CGI.
So the dude that drew all the Pokemon, what if the Pokemon were real, basically, that dude, I'm sure you've seen those images somewhere, that hired that guy to do the character design for this movie.
Oh, I mean, they just look like the regular ass characters.
I thought they looked pretty good.
I mean, they just look like fucking real life fucking Pikachu. Like, it just looked like what Pikachu would.
Like, I'm saying sometimes that doesn't work out in films like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like how Sonic. Yeah, but it's like if you just stay true to form, you stay true to form. Y'all niggas really mad at Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's like, so what? He was 16 bits the whole life, bro.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
You don't like Sonic?
I like Sonic. I just never.
He looks like trash. You don't.
He looks like trash, but I mean, it's like it's hard. It's hard. I don't want to talk about this. It's. Where are we?
So yeah, all the Pokemon are going apeshit in the club except for Pikachu because he knows how to hold his breath.
Now he still breathed it in. He just immune to it, I guess, because it's conscious. Because he has a different conscience. Whatever.
Okay. So Tim saves Pikachu in the fight, and they bond slightly. Everybody's running around. Pokemon are horribly murdering their masters, which is great.
Yeah. Well, man, it's finally the revolution.
Pikachu decides to free a Magikarp to escape from Charizard's wrath.
Yeah, and he just knows if you kick a Magikarp one time, it'll turn into Gyarados, which I never knew.
Yeah, so, it doesn't quite work that way.
Abuse your Magikarps. And so eventually he turns into Gyarados and he clears out the room with the water fofo. and then they get into the bad guy car, which Pikachu says that's the bad guy car.
I thought they got arrested. That's when they get arrested at that point.
Yeah, go ahead.
For being in the underground club. I guess that's super illegal to be in there.
It is illegal.
Even though they didn't own it. It's just so Ken Watanabe is like, hey, I thought you were gonna get the fuck out of town. What are you still doing here? And then he tries to explain the plot and what's happening, and he's like, listen, all of that sounds stupid.
Exactly.
Then outside the police station they have another sad moment, and he's like, man, I really miss my dad. And Pikachu's like, you know what? I just have this weird feeling that you're a good kid and that I love you in some way that I don't quite understand.
He's like, maybe you were a dick, but it's not too late because your dad's alive. He's definitely fucking alive. And then the bad guy car pulls up on him. Right?
Yeah.
And then they go to the headquarters of the super rich guy.
And he's like, listen, I'm not a villain, so don't even think about that.
Yeah, no way I can be a villain. Look, I'm in a wheelchair.
So do you guys ever think about how like Pokemon evolve? Yeah, but I wish people could evolve. I mean, think about it. What if? Science, right? So I'd been doing some science. Anyway, I'll save that for later in the movie.
Yeah. Look here, I think my son might be evil. And I want you on the case. Your dad was cool. I think he was a real nigga, bro. Yeah. Just push the movie along.
I'm going to show you this hologram. It's made from police surveillance, but somehow it's better than surveillance.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what if we didn't see anything, but we had enough algorithms to magically see something?
Yeah, it's kind of like when they what was it? It was like a video reenactment from Unsolved Mysteries. It's kind of like that, but futuristic.
Yeah. And so it just shows his dad getting out of the car, and then, the screen cuts. He's like, so now go to Raccoon City Labs. Yeah. Right?
Basically, the movie just goes from various location to location after getting a series of clues. So Tim and Lucy and their Pokemon head to Raccoon City Lab.
Yeah, and in the car we get a creepy scene that Pikachu has to give Psyduck a foot rub, and I didn't need that.
Yeah, that was kind of disgusting.
Yeah, and
I feel like a certain, like some of the people in the writers' room or the artists were like, yeah, we gotta. Can Pikachu touch somebody's foot in this movie? Yeah. Anybody? Anybody's
foot. Yeah. This doesn't make it weird too, because we did Psyduck's foot in great detail, so that's a whole duck foot.
Yeah, that was for somebody.
Yeah. And yeah.
I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that was for somebody.
We've seen the Pokemon hentai. And so they get to there, and they get to what looks like an abandoned. Well, okay, it was abandoned. They get to the abandoned warehouse site, and she was like, "Look here, I'm about to shit. I bought bolt cutters. Let's get in this hole." And so yeah, they just break an entry, and like they don't see any cameras in this $1 billion facility. They're just like, man, it's abandoned, so I guess there wouldn't be anybody cameras, right? So anyway,
yeah, it should be perfectly fine. Once inside, they see like the horrors of genetic engineering, and it's like that scene from Alien Resurrection where the clones look like it hurts to live.
Mm-hmm. We see some turtle doves that they're given HGH, and they was like, well, they're not look very big. Oh wait, we got a whole $20 million scene coming up, baby.
That's what we should have been 20 minutes shorter.
Yeah. And so they get in there, and then she's looking for something. She's like documenting everything, and then we get the Mewtwo scene of everything happening about how Mewtwo broke out and how they were genetically engineering Pokemon and all that good shit.
Oh yeah, Pikachu helped me to escape, and maybe his father was in on it. And we learned this via hologram exposition again.
Wait, no, I don't think we're at that yet. We know that his dad was working with the R team, and they wanted a big reveal at the end, so they never showed his dad's face. But he looked hella bigger, right? He looked like a big ass buff burly dude.
Yeah, they did. I think they're just trying to throw us off.
Yeah, they really like. I'm like, it's not that serious, bro. And they're like, he was 500 pounds of muscle. And so the jig is up, and the Pokemon start chasing everybody and like throwing like spitballs at each other.
Oh yeah, I think Psyduck accidentally lets them out, so they're being attacked by Super
Oh
Pokemon.
no. The evil son, wink, wink, wink. That's not the son, wink. He can remotely let them all out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so then we get a chase scene through the woods, and then Psyduck has a
This goes on for about 15 minutes.
and then Psyduck has a migraine, and he pushes everybody away. But then the Earth starts moving, and what? Those HGH turtles are the whole world, nigga.
Yep, there's 5 of them. And they're like the size of mountains.
Yeah.
So there's a sequence where like the ground is breaking apart, and like they're literally jumping from tree to tree.
So they made a $20 million scene just to hit Pikachu with a rock.
Yep, the whole 20 minutes, and like the summation of that scene is Pikachu being knocked unconscious. With a rock. So he's near death, and Tim asked Pokemon for help.
Yeah, and he was like, Pikachu, Pikachu. Oh, I'm already crying.
And the scene is super corny, but it's pretty close to Pokemon.
So the Bulbasaur felt what he was saying, and then took him to a magical place in the woods, and then Mewtwo. Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, listen, I'm glad you brought the boy. I'm gonna heal the Pikachu." Kind of vague exposition.
Well, no, he actually shows him what really happens, and he was like, "Yeah, see, the other things were chasing your dad, and I was trying to save him because that was my real nigga, bro. We from the block, rolling 60 Crips, bro.
Yeah, we go way back."
Mm-hmm. And right before he was about to tell him the real part of the movie, he gets captured by evil son. Wink, 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 wink. And they catch Mewtwo, the most powerful Pokemon ever. You know, they just catch him with some electrodes. You know?
Yeah, pretty easily actually.
And his head was not on the fucking swivel. And they take him, and then Pikachu was like, "Oh wait, I set your dad up. I'm the reason he got in trouble, because the part of the message got clipped over, or really didn't set him up." But anyway.
So I think just for dramatic tension, I'm going to leave the movie for a little while.
Even though Ryan Reynolds.
And the rest of you guys will go downtown to try to foil this nefarious plan.
Yeah. And so Ronald Glover, they make it all the way back to town, and he goes up into the super boss's office, and he was like, "Hey, look, your son is trying to destroy the world with Pokemon gas." And he was like, "Hey, calm down, calm down. Hey, guess what? It was really me the whole time. Did anybody get fooled by that twist? Because I look evil.
I'm Bill Nighy. Don't worry about it. And I just watched Batman 1989, so I'm having a super parade, and I filled all the Pokemon balloons with Pokemon gas.
But we couldn't get the Prince rights.
they were too expensive.
Yeah.
So we spent it on the trees.
And so he puts on a headdress, and now he controls Mewtwo. And he's like, because he gave Mewtwo like the gas. He was like, you can transfer. Okay, the whole point of the movie is you can transfer your consciousness into your Pokemon if they're in a state of rage. That's why we got this super gas, baby. And so now I'm going to gas the whole world and then transfer Pokemon in there with my Mewtwo powers, because Mewtwo can do that shit. Pokemon transmogrification, baby.
This is a really weird plot, which started at finding my dad.
Yeah. And so the parade's going off. Ronald Glover's being attacked by Ditto, who was the son. Dun, dun, dun. Well, no, Ditto was playing the son, and the son is actually not evil. He actually a really good dude.
Yeah, he was just locked in a broom closet for a couple hours.
So Ditto's whooping his ass because, Ditto. And then Mewtwo's going over there. And then Pikachu realizes... Wait, how does he go back to...
Pikachu is like literally walking back to town, and he stumbles across the bridge in which... Tim's dad was murdered, wink wink. Uh-huh. And he finds like one of the green ninja stars on the ground, and he's like, wait a minute, this is what really happened. I wasn't evil at all.
Oh, he noticed that the ninja stars blew him up, and Mewtwo was trying to save us. Yeah, man, if his whole sentence would have got completed, I wouldn't have felt bad about myself. Well, now I'm going back to the city because I'm Pikachu and I'm really very fast. And it seems like the city is really, really far.
It does. I have no idea how he got back so fast, but just plot convenience.
He used Volt Dash.
Oh yeah, for probably for about an hour.
Yeah. And so he gets back, and now Pikachu's fighting Mewtwo, and like they all like everybody, every nerd, even the nerd in the movie's like, Pikachu can't fight Mewtwo.
This when I saw this movie, I had the worst bunch of nerds that I've ever experienced in my movie going history.
They were actually playing the card game in there. Matchup doesn't work. I'm gonna play a trap card.
When it's just that when you know when you go to movies and you're excited to see a character, but there's like 60 Pokemon in this movie, so they yell each and every one of them out.
Like us at a Marvel movie.
Yeah, but that's a respectable kind of a nerd.
Oh, you go. So Pokemons are beneath you.
Yeah, no, I mean I love Pokemon, but
Pokemon nerds are beneath you.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh wow,
respectability politics.
Nerd elitist right here.
You keep that in the house. Pull your Pokemon pants up.
So if there's a game attached to it, that's when you go too far. That's where you draw the line.
No, that's fine.
No, I'm talking about a card game.
Oh yeah. No. Card games, no.
That's the ones you go and beat up. You go in those little card shops where they be having like 50 dudes playing, and it smells like BO in there.
Oh yeah, I go in there and kick the table over. Nerds.
And just like fucking taking their cards out of the cellophane wrap and like bending the edges.
Why don't you be a real man and go to a convention? Nerds.
Like baseball cards, you fucking nerds. So they're trying to let everybody know that the world's about to blow up, but nobody's listening. And then she was like, "Oh, maybe if I got on the news and told everybody." But then,
so then the movie wraps up pretty nicely.
We gotta get to it. So they let the gas out, and Mewtwo turns everybody with like flash attack. He turns everybody into Pokemons, right? And so Pikachu has to fight him, and then Ronald Glover like fucking. He finally like takes the fucking headdress off of Evil Guy. And he's like, nah. And then Pikachu gets saved from falling at the last minute. Oh, and he used Volt Dash.
He sure did.
You remember electricity is in his cheeks.
Not his ass.
Yeah.
That fight was like kind of cool looking.
It was cool. They were fighting all over the city. And Pikachu was getting it. But, I believe Pikachu could fight somebody controlling Mewtwo,
Yeah, I believe that. It was realistic.
That wasn't Mewtwo fighting. That was somebody fighting under Mewtwo. And you don't know how to use all the fucking parts yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use his full power set.
And so
Pikachu is like Pikachu. I think Pikachu and Tim are talking with Mewtwo.
Yeah, and he tells the whole story.
And he's like, "So this is what happened. By the way, your dad's been there the whole time." And then nobody saw this twist coming either.
It didn't, but then it was dumb. That's why nobody thought about it.
There's 3 twists in this movie. That's way too many.
And so I get Mewtwo also snaps everybody, like really finger snaps everybody back out of their Pokemon, and that's too many snaps this month. I'm
like, you guys, come on. There should almost be a lawsuit attached to this movie.
Like no more snapping. No one gets to snap.
No one can snap reality in the film until 2021.
Bro, like no more snap. Like this is what's fucking. Oh, I know this is the third snap I saw. Yeah, this is the third snap of the month, and technically the fourth snap. Because basically there was 3 snaps in game.
Yeah, there were.
So 4th snap, 3rd snap I saw, and I'm just snapped out, man.
I'm gonna listen to some snap music after this.
So Mew put Ryan Reynolds' dad, because the body was badly injured, he took the consciousness and put it in Pikachu. But the body was fine the whole time. Right.
It was like a Get Out situation.
So
like his consciousness was like there, but couldn't control his body or mind.
Yeah, and so but then he had to give him amnesia because, would be fun if you just knew you were a fucking human the whole time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta earn it. It's like Thor when he had to become worthy again.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next scene, Ronald Glover's his dad turns out to be Ryan Reynolds, but skinny Ryan Reynolds. Like, I ain't never seen Ryan Reynolds that skinny.
Well, he's playing a Pokemon detective, so he slimmed down.
Yeah, you know, naturally they're slim guys.
Yeah, and he's like, listen, son, Tim, I'm sorry I got married on a plantation, but I didn't realize that I would have a black son. Do you want to come live with me now?
Well, no, he said, yeah, you can go back to your grandma's house. I'm sure you can't wait to get back to those couches with plastic on them. And so he was like, you know what, Dad? I was wrong, but now that I'm 21, I'm going to leave my good paying job and come live with my dad because I'm 21 now.
Yeah.
I'm a whole ass adult and I have a good job.
Can you help me find a job here?
Oh, and then he was like, maybe I'll just be a detective because that's how it works. That's
in Rhyme City, that's how it goes.
It's a Pokemon world. So it's like my son solved one case.
I mean, they could probably have a father and son detective agency.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Ryan Reynolds and Ronald Glover. Ryan to Ronald.
And they're just posed back to back with Pokemon. I'm in.
Yeah. And then Pokemon. Oh, there was a Pokemon theme song in there. Pikachu was singing it.
Yeah, that's pretty okay.
And then I waited for the end credits, which I didn't at all. Were there end credits?
I didn't. I left.
Unless they were going to show me Ash Ketchum, nothing I want to see. They would have to show me like old ass 33-year-old Ash Ketchum, bro. And I don't do that. Actually,
Ash Ketchum played by Adam Driver.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be an Asian person.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So yeah, because all right, so this movie was dumb, and that plot twist of Ryan Reynolds just made me think like Ryan Reynolds has a very distinct voice, and you didn't notice that your Pokemon sound like your dad, and then people on the internet is like, oh, his dad hadn't seen his dad in like 12 years, and I'm like, no, bro. His mom died at 11. He went to go live with his grandma. And at 21, his dad was about to send him a card because he's 21 now. So it's only been 10 years. And you don't forget your fucking dad's voice. It's like, well, his dad wasn't around. He's like, no, he wasn't around. But it never said his dad didn't try and contact him. Because his dad actually fucking loved him. And so he probably would be contacting him all the goddamn time. His son was just being a fucking little light-skinned pussy.
Hey, man. I was with you until you said the light-skinned part.
Tell me what I was wrong. Was he just in his feelings?
I mean,
I've never lost my mom. And I'm sorry. Happy Mother's Day also. And I know they really fuck with a kid, but it's like, come on, bro. That's your fucking dad. And his dad has no family. And you're his only family, and you're just mad at him because he has a job. Why can't you just quit and we'll live under a tent? God.
Yeah, he should have forgave his dad, but then the movie wouldn't have had any sort of plot. Because it barely did. Now, that being said, I still kind of enjoyed this movie.
I enjoyed it.
Kind of.
I was crying.
It was still really stupid.
This movie was dumb. And people don't understand, like, a movie can be dumb and I still be entertained.
Yeah.
Levels to dumbness. There's, like, Fast and Furious dumb. And then there's, like, a whole movie about Pokemon dumb. Because that sounds dumb when you say it out loud.
Yeah, I mean, the novelty wore off, like an hour into it.
Oh, 5 minutes. When they did the establishing shot of a world of Pokemon, I realized this is a world of Pokemon. And it was way too bright. Like, you know, the first shot where they're just showing, like, Pokemon running through the wild and shit like that?
Yeah.
It was, like, hella bright. And I was like, why is it this bright? Is the CGI sucking this side part? So, yeah.
It was okay.
But, yeah.
I guess are you ready for the Pokemon Cinematic Universe?
Yes, actually, because they hinted towards it. They said 20 years ago in Kanto City, that's where they found Mewtwo. So, other Pokemon movies have happened before.
Yeah, I just want to see that wild shit with Ash because, as we talked about earlier, he lived a crazy ass life.
Yeah, but I want Ash to have a city pass though. Like he got to the top of Pokemon Stardom, and he started doing coke, and he goes to a downward spiral. So I want him to get him. This is a redemption tour, bro.
You want to see like adult Ash when he has all his badges, but he's like hard drinking, and he has like one hand now.
Oh yeah, bro. I actually want but druggy. Like I want if we're gonna do a white actor, I want it to be Edward Furlong.
Oh, he's gone, man.
Bro, no, he can come back.
No, he's too far gone. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
We could try for Nick Stahl, maybe.
No, bro. First of all, you don't even know about Edward Furlong. Anyway, the nigga's a great actor.
Don't give me that.
What?
Don't. T2 is my movie.
Whatever.
Not yours.
So Edward Furlong come back because that other nigga Christian came back. He can come back, bro. On the drugs.
You can't memorize lines when you're on the H.
Who told you that? Who told you that? Ask Charlie Sheen, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's bringing bacon and great raps. So yeah, but like I said, I enjoyed the movie. It's kind of dumb, but hey, some blockbuster, baby, some blockbuster. Does the movie do good?
Oh yeah, it did.
Okay,
it made all the money.
It didn't make all the money. There's a new all the money, nigga. $1 billion in a weekend, $2 billion in 2 weeks. That's all the money.
It made regular all the money. Okay.
No, there is no. We actually know what all the money is now. We never thought we'd like $1 billion, $1.2 billion in a weekend, my nigga. $2.2 billion in 2 weeks. That's all the money. We found what all the money means.
Yeah, I know. I mean, did you look at your paycheck this week and there's just like the deductible for Avengers?
Yeah.
You saw Avengers 4 times.
I'm like, no, bro, just take it out of my paycheck, baby. You want my firstborn, my nigga? Anyway. But yeah. Again, yeah. We're going to see that superhero kid movie. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, got anything else before we wrap up?
Never wrap it up. Shout out to Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Lacey Alexander, Lil Mike, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day indeed. The Epitome is a musical guest for this episode. Everybody, thanks for listening. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. All right, everybody, thanks for listening.
You didn't do your 2 Up, 2 Down, baby.
Oh yeah, 2 Up, 2 Down. Oh
damn, you said it. It's trash. You don't want your catchphrase anymore.
Oh yeah, 2 Up, 2 Down. I love podcasting.
All right, peace out.
And now I'm going to press stop.
Talk about the old me like they really even knew me. Tsunami with the Fuji's, bumping loonies in the Houthi. I got fuego with the Lucy. If I knew me, y'all would shoot me. Arrogant and truly, I was mad because they groupies. Rolling like Takumi. Initially, it was OZs. My OG told me keep it low-key. Metal Gear Shinobi. Recognition for spitting, tripping. I hope I'm dope enough, dead inside. But I live that life enough for both of us. Trying to be up in the picture, maybe album of the year. Over the promoters, they don't know what's and it's clear. Sake and Sagria, Maya had them looking. And it's more rap and it's more trap. And they really started booking. Probably didn't ask enough. The cash wasn't adding up. 30 shows, 4 months, and they barely pay for half of us. Foreign with the penmanship, the images are different in the phrase. So what they say, we ain't interested. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. Before the codeine tracks, before the OG raps. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. But I never left. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. Before the codeine tracks, before the OG raps. They want the old me back. They want the old me back, but I never left. Nerdy nigga trapping, no data on demographics. Cut from different fabric, every day I'm sending packets. My press kit, it was cracking, I was focused on the rapping. They ain't booked me, so I booked me and I told them it would happen. A testament to telling it, the old me is irrelevant. Addicted to the fellowship, perfecting every predicate. My ego, it was delicate, I was just a delegate. And she that had his dreams, took his dreams, I was selling it. Old me was a coward, power got me all addicted. I'm in Jilliana, put the distance in our vision. Ronin samurais, man, it's brand recognition. Listen, no communication was beginning of the ending. I'm the old me, but felt abandoned by Nakama. Because of my ambitions, I was chasing at the commas. The person that I used to be enamored with the credit. They don't work for you, it's more for them. Tell them that I said it. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. Before the codeine tracks, before the OG raps. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. But I never left. They want the old me back. They want the old me back. Before the codeine tracks, before the OG raps. They want the old me back. They want the old me back, but I never left. Take them back. You want that old thing back? Take them back. You want that old thing back? Take them back. Take them back. Take them back. You want that old thing back? Take them back. You want that old thing back? Take them back. Take them back. Fuck the old me.